All right, I'm back. So I know it's been a while. Kind of entering a new transitional phase. So by the end of this year or the last quarter of this year, there's going to be a lot of changes. I don't know how I'll be running the video format. It's just more of a scenery change than really a format change in theory. But I might go. I don't really want to go back to the. I don't want to go back to the phone mic recording videos again. I hate that. I feel like that'll be a regression. But anyways, I'm gonna pump out as much videos as I can before I exit. And let me take off the TV real quick. Been leaving the TV on for hours and shit. Okay, so you're wondering, okay, is this really true? And I was wondering why this woman has been silent for like the last 6 months, and it makes sense now. Apologies that the video from her side will be monotone, and it's because of the software that I'm using to where it's the computer audio is crashing, and so I might have uploaded a video before where it happened to where it will have like a buzzing reverb sound effect that will last for the entirety. And so I have to kind of reduce it to this basic audio, very monotone. But anyways, so Josie's Josely's or whatever her name is pregnant. And this is a woman, so-called educated black woman. She's a vlogger. I would probably say this woman probably makes probably like 50K. I'm not gonna. I really don't believe that she would make any more than that, especially as just a vlogger. I think, but that's not this. Whatever. Um, so I just don't understand. I just don't understand how a so-called educated black woman, light skinned at that, tall, beautiful, in Charlotte, and basically, even though Charlotte's pretty far off, North Carolina has the largest amount of HBCUs in really in one gathering. Like for me, where I'm at, I am not that far from Fayetteville State, which is a 90-minute drive. I am not that far from Shaw University, St. Augustine, which is an hour drive to Raleigh. I am 2 hours and a half from Winston-Salem University. I am 3 hours from Charlotte or from Johnson C. Smith University. What? Who else am I missing on the North Carolina side? Oh, and I am 2 hours and a half also from North Carolina A&T. I am also 90 minutes away from North Carolina Central University. Yeah, and that's all the HBCUs in North. No, and no, that's not true. And I want to say I am 2.5 or 3 hours away from um, Elizabeth City State University. So basically, from Charlotte to there, that's literally from like one side of the border to the next. So that's I guess that would be like a 5 to 6 hour drive. But This is a woman who probably travels a lot to meet, to do business meetings and shit like that, to do interviews. And I don't understand why black women can't put this energy in finding, well, actually, she has a dude. I really don't understand. I don't understand because it's kind of interesting because I made a video that's, whoa, it was a long time ago. I think 8 months ago. Wow. I think 8 or 6 months ago. Yeah, it was like 8. Yeah, it had to be like about 8 or 6 months ago about the uptick of educated black women choosing to be single mothers by their own accord. They were not raped. They were not tricked or whatever. They weren't the third wheel in the relationship. These were middle-aged black women, educated black women who chose to be single mothers. And now last night I was on Madame Noir. There was like a stupid tweet or meme, I should say, about how Rihanna is protecting her assets from ASAP Rocky, who is the father of both her children. I'm like, and like women are like now pro prenup, and they're like, protect your assets, sis. And I'm like, I was like, I'm just trying to do like bitch logic. I'm like, wait a minute, like if ASAP Rocky was such a piece of shit dude to where he didn't deserve anything from Rihanna, why would Rihanna not just get pregnant one time by this nigga, but twice, and still be with this dude? If it was so much about protecting the assets. That's the thing that I'm wondering about. It's like, I mean, like low key, Rihanna would have been just better off, dating Kanye. I think, but I mean, I really don't care for celebrity relationships or gossip or all that bullshit. Hell, she probably would have been better off being with Tiger Woods, in theory. But it's like, to me, it was funny seeing black women do this whole like, yeah, you the smart one, sis, and I'm like, I'm just sitting there like, you got pregnant. So it's like I don't understand the protection of the assets when, it's like, oh well, Rihanna, she just wanted kids, that's her prerogative, and I'm like, but it's always gonna be relegated to the dude. Because I'm like, why would you entertain the dude, this type of dude, if that's not what you're comfortable with? And then it's always these emotional, intellectual nonsense talking points about feelings and the moment and all that bullshit. And I'm like, whatever. And Josie, this woman is no different.
Hey guys, it's Julesy, and I had a baby at 37 years old, so let's talk about it.
Shit, that weight gain was a motherfucker. Man, Kevin Samuels have a motherfucking feels day with this, but this is the self-centeredness of the modern day black woman to the modern day mother. And we're not, to be honest with you, for me to even say, oh well, put single mother on. This is basically the new age of motherhood right here. The lazy, inconsiderate, chick who is just getting pregnant just cause, just cause, and it's foolish. Like, not, Maybe she didn't take pictures with the dude, or she just didn't want to upload them. But again, this is the shame that black women have when dealing with you, to where you're good enough for the bedroom theatrics, but when it comes to presenting you to the world, oh, it's a no. They'll present your baby. I just have to lower it down because it's so loud on my end. So it's like I hope that the audio is good.
I am so excited and happy to be here. I am living the life that I've always wanted to live, and
A single mom of by choice, no man.
in order to get through this video, I'm gonna light. Ooh.
And you notice what's crazy is that this is coming from a black woman who is a black feminist who is male centered. This is one of these I know she wasn't really fully supportive of Black Lives Matter, but this is one of these feminists who were like had the same talking points until, you know, the money got fucked up, until people were doing background checks and all that shit. So this is one of these male-centered, you know, black feminists. These educated, scholarly, you know, black feminists, I should say.
From the SVG Book Club Candle line. This is a loving ethic. It is named after Bell Hooks, All About Love, utilizing all
Now granted, she brought up Bell Hooks, and I do remember a quote from one of Bell Hooks' books was that Bell Hooks believed that black men shouldn't be working because black men were working during slavery. Even though she was comparing two different eras of black men, she didn't believe that black men should work.
Currently at in my life. You know, my book club is a 501(c) nonprofit, and all purchases help support the work of the book club. And that candle is absolutely one of my favorites.
One thing you'll never see is black men like being fathers just like out of nowhere just because they want to. I really do thank God we really don't have a biological clock. We just get bored. And even that doesn't even come with the wanting or the desire of children. Like, I'm like, bro, I can never be this bored and be like, I need a goddamn kid. I need money to waste.
And I'm so happy that there is a new person, a new element of my life that gets to come into the dimensions of love that I am feeling at the moment. I had a baby at 37 years old.
I had a baby.
I do have a registry if anyone is interested, because when I've talked about it or announced this,
of course, they're ashamed. They're ashamed. They don't like you. I don't even give a. I know the dude is select as fuck. I know that dude is probably dark skinned, tatted. He's probably like a male dancer / bouncer at Club Onyx. But, you know, she's not gonna parade him around, and she was probably cool with that. You like, hey, or he was probably cool with that. This is why I cannot be attached to the modern day black woman. Why would I want to be attached to a woman who is afraid to be seen with me in public, who is ashamed to carry my baby with my name? But she knows how to she knows how to claim me when it comes to that child support, when it comes to those money and what she feels is owed to her.
Baby on other platforms, people have all asked for the registry, so I finally put one together. Honestly, most of the stuff that we needed for the baby, everything we needed for the baby, because I had this child in community, because I live the politics that I discuss here on my YouTube channel, regardless of how people comprehend or understand them, I am actually living them. Almost everything we needed for the child was purchased. It was just such a beautiful experience. My baby shower, man, I wish you could have been there. So much love.
And this is an AKA. This is I believe she's this is an AKA. This is supposed to be a black woman who is coming from these so-called elite circles, right? And still, she couldn't come on. And still couldn't do it. Didn't want to do it. And so she's doing this elaborate, ghetto fabulous baby shower. And motherfuckers doing the Cupid shuffle, whatever these niggas do in the bayou or whatever, and shit. I'll be right back. I gotta pause this. Yeah, so this is coming from these elite circles. She basically has a rooftop party, and it's like, I don't even know why you niggas are even showing up. This skinny jean, platinum jean ass nigga.
Get to think about most part through the lens of compassion, respect, protection.
And the reason why she's saying all this community and there was people that were so passionate about how I feel and all that shit is because she knows outside of that group there were more people that thought she was a fucking idiot. You are in post-COVID under the Biden administration still, knowing that people, especially black women, are the number one bitches getting evicted. And black women are still getting their asses kicked in these streets. And the fact that you are still ignoring the realities of the world. You want to be a single mother by choice. That is fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. And this is coming from, and we've been wasting so many fucking decades trying to finger wag black men. It's black men only. These old fucks have been finger waving black men for too goddamn long, talking about how you need to take care of your goddamn kids. You need to be doing X, Y, Z. You need to be taking care of your baby mamas in there. You need to be doing this. You need to be working and getting a job. You need to get your own goddamn car. Meanwhile, you have black women who shouldn't even be single mothers in the first goddamn place, wanting to be baby mamas by choice. Like, we can't go anywhere with this shit, man, as a race. We can't go anywhere.
And I honestly, truly, I really do love that for me. Okay? All that to say,
you literally have to treat women like fucking kids because they get handle depression. They get handle criticism.
Postpartum things. We are cloth diapering. I am breastfeeding.
Cloth,
so
oh my god, it's one of these.
Small smattering, but honestly, truly, if you really, really, really want to, show a sign of support and celebration for this new part of my life, I would love it if you could donate to the SVG Book Club. We have a ongoing fundraiser.
Bitch, go to hell. Bitch, go to hell. We are not taking care of your goddamn kids. I am. Oh yeah, who is signing up for this shit? I can see dumb other females doing this shit, but. Yeah, we're not. We get black men. We get enough fucking calls from B-dubs asking us to take care of them, pay their goddamn rent, fix this, fix that. Go to hell. Go to hell.
To help us build out the equity, to pay for the labor of the team that helps us keep going through my 9-10 months of pregnancy, through this 4th trimester.
Oh my god. Oh, the tyranny.
Donating to the book club helps us to pay our team and to keep doing the work of making reading accessible. I guess we'll just start from my initial thoughts on labor and delivering. Because when most people hear my age and when I had a child, they want to know about the pregnancy journey and they want to know about how I experienced labor. And maybe at some point in time, I will do a fleshed out video of my labor experience. But I will say, for the most part, I feel like my experience through pregnancy was very much so colored by the recent release of the documentary Aftershock, which details the high mortality rate of black women in America, regardless of their social.
You know how we fix that? We stop getting these bitches pregnant. We stop entertaining their stupid, unhealthy relationships that they have with us as black men. We stop getting these bitches pregnant, and they won't even have a talking point. But I know that's hard to do. That's hard to do. But I get it. But I will never participate. I would never. I don't even think I would ever impregnate a black woman. I don't even care. Like the fact though that if getting them pregnant equals to these kind of ridiculous relationships where they're single mothers by choice, I ain't entertaining that shit. I'm gonna
economic status. And I can't say that fully made my experience like a negative experience, but I feel like a lot of the
honestly I don't really care too much about this. I wanted to get to here because this is where it got stupid.
And I looked up at the end of the month and was like, wow, you've really been through it. To talk about the parasocial relationships and the comments that I've been seeing when
like these bitches are making up bullshit. What the fuck is a parasocial relationship? I know what a paratrooper is. I know what a parachute is. I know what a paralegal is. I know what a pair of socks are. I don't know what the fuck a parasocial relationship is. Please explain to me what that is.
Announced that I was at least pregnant, even though I announced my pregnancy after having the child. But on Instagram and just across social media, are people making the remark about, wow, you know, they understand this is a parasocial relationship, but they're still incredibly happy for me.
I'm gonna skip this bullshit.
Acknowledging that you don't really know me.
Because when it comes to this on privacy, you know, I'm kind of like 50-50 with it. But the thing is that if she was married, I would respect it. But it's kind of the fact that it's more so of you're gonna tell the whole fucking world anyways, because you can't keep your mouth shut. I think Cynthia G is probably the only B-dub in the YouTube space that kept her pregnancy to herself. Oh my god. And people still don't know whether they don't know and they can't fully confirm whether or not she kept the child or not.
Person that has existed as a influencer on the internet, and I think because I've made a conscious effort to not wrap people up into too deep of a parasocial relationship with me, and that in the past decade or so I have moved towards being a more private person about my personal life.
This shit really act like she famous. It's like, bitch, you just a chick on YouTube, you know, just making a little bit of money. Like, nobody would recognize you off of the street and be like, oh my god, that's that young lady that be making them good videos on YouTube. She met Miss Obama 10 years ago. Like, this is kind of like sometimes the black woman's narcissism, to where it's like, oh my god, I'm too famous just to be. No, girl, stop.
And this one element that I'm sharing with you, you're like, you realize that I don't share much at all of my personal life, but you have a deep emotional reaction.
You don't share much. You was talking about your failed high value sex life 2 videos ago, which was a clown fest.
Appreciate it, and I actually think that is normal. Watching somebody experience a transformative moment in their life that is steeped in so much joy does actually naturally stir an emotional reaction in most people if you have any consideration towards that person. When I've talked in the past about parasocial relationships and not putting too much of your personal self out, I think that the negative of parasocial relationship is setting people up to feel like they are owed access to your personal life, knowing that there are going to be times where you are going to request privacy, particularly around having a child and pregnancy.
The thing is, this is where bitch logic fucks itself over. You tell us what's going on. I didn't know you were from Charlotte until you said you was from Charlotte. We didn't know that you were a pregnant single mom by choice until you said something. You could have literally bought yourself a fake engagement or marriage ring, and you would have told us you had a secret husband and you got married. This is y'all's narcissism.
And just seeing other influencers who have announced their pregnancy at the very onset before they even get their first anatomy scan, which is their life, and they want privacy. They don't want to have to explain themselves to their audience. That's a negative parasocial relationship to me. That at the point when I am ready to set a boundary, people in mass feel.
No, we're gonna get to the stupid. We might as well just get to the stupid right here. There's a lot of bitch babble. Hey, this has been the epidemic for what, half a goddamn century, and black women are happily to fuck this shit up. Let's go to this.
Lastly, I have heard some smatterings of negative comments about me being perceived as a single mother. Now, I have a second YouTube channel. It's called Julesie's BFFR. You should go subscribe, especially if you're not yet ready to join the Patreon. I post snippets or edited down versions of the Patreon videos that I do, so you can kind of see the discourse that we're having over there. And I did a video at the Sapphire tier, which is one of my higher tiers, which was a tier that I brought into my pregnancy journey with me. They knew before anybody else. And so when I did this video about plotting for single motherhood,
partnered. And that's the problem with black women mindset. They are still trying to make this, they're still trying to equate to what men do. But the thing is, you fail every time. And it's like all we want from us black men in particular, especially, is for you guys to play the background. And that was a quote from Kevin Samuels that I've loved. And not a lot of people bring that up. But black women can never play the background. They always have to make it somehow about themselves. They always talk. That's why these bitches date these loser dudes in their mind. Because I'm always hearing this bullshit. And I saw some video today. It was some comedian. And she was talking about, there was this little light-skinned lady. She was like, oh my God, I liked the guy. I thought we had great chemistry. And he told me this. Hey, you intimidate me. Yeah, you intimidate me because you got an acting career. You do stand-up comedy. You got your own place. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm intimidated. And I'm like, bitches pretty much have to be making up this shit. Because I'm looking at this shit, I'm like, what TV show has this woman been in? I'm like, is she a Tubi actor or some shit? I'm like, I've never, I don't watch ghetto shit. So if you I've never seen you in anything. So I'm like, when you're saying you're an actress, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What show were you in?
Tweeted out, and we're encouraging women to plan to be single mothers, regardless of their partner status, that when they think of motherhood, they should think about, are they capable of doing it 100% on their own?
Oh my God. No, you stupid bitch. You did not just bring up this bullshit that single mothers by choice are literally trying to do an 80-20. Get the fuck out of here.
Where they're going to end up. There's a high chance of where you're going to end up.
I don't know where you guys will end up, but I know where you need to be. You need to be out my goddamn face.
And I think that is incredibly bad advice. Now that my child is here, I absolutely think that is incredibly bad advice to encourage women to think about motherhood as a pursuit that they have to do 100% alone. And that when their partner,
Why? You are a single mom by choice. Okay. You really gonna get my You are okay, by the way you're talking, you are making it sound like you are a single mom by yourself who is not living up or shacking with a dude. Okay? So for me, it sounds stupid as fuck for two adults, one woman being pregnant, and a dude is just kind of in and out, and they're not even at least shacking up to get to be married or to be officially together. To me, that's stupid as fuck. Bitch, you at your late 30s. You're too old for this shit. Low key, you're actually better off dying alone with a dog than doing this goofy shit.
think about motherhood other than you are then going to have to do it 100% on your own. It doesn't matter whether you're married, whether you're just dating someone, no matter what that man is telling you, you need to plan for it on your own. And I get the fact that, patriarchy and capitalism and all this.
Okay, so she's talking about women need to do it on their own. But you know what will happen when men treat the bastard baby makers and let them we will still get blamed for the shit. And then you bitches will still want subsidies. You want to still be taken care of. You still want to be princessed. So whether or not you guys want to be independent, codependent, para-relationship or whatever the fuck, you will still find black men are still to blame and still somehow the main source of the income. But you miss independent, right?
That can put people in situations they didn't plan to be put in. That someone can end up a single mother. That their partner can pass away. That their partner can do a 180 and become a completely different person.
No. Don't pull that.
And that society is really set up to allow men to get away with abandoning their child.
Get the fuck! No, do not make me get Mr. Palmer out here. Don't even make me get Dr. T. Hassan Johnson, because I already sent him this video. I didn't give him the context. Actually, let me text him. Let me text him right now. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. But here's the thing though. Because this is Maury logic. Because when you watch shows like Maury, you are made to believe that black men are doing these backflips and are excited to fuck over single mothers and have them believe that and trick them into believing that they were the child's father. The truth with Maury is that those bitches are choosing dudes. These are either like ran through women, or women are intentionally picking dudes they didn't even fuck to be put on the show just so they can get embarrassed. But you know what gets real is during paternity court. When mothers are lying to their daughters and sons about who their father is, and then they grow up to be mad as fuck, trying to figure out who the fuck their daddy is at the age of 35. And when you see those men who are as young as in their early 20s to the old pappy in his 80s, trying to figure out and learn whether or not the person he was taking care of for X amount of years is really his son or not. Those are real emotions that those dudes feel, whether or not that's their son or daughter or not. So don't give me this bullshit that I know you're aiming towards black men to make it seem like, oh, these dudes have an option or wiggle room to get the fuck out. And that's the most craziest shit in the world.
For a man deciding that he no longer wants to be a parent. There are a ton of repercussions for when a woman decides that, but not so many for the men.
What repercussions do women face? We've already. It's like this bitch is on level 1 or something. It's like bitch. I think it was Mr. Palmer. It was either Mr. Palmer, Jap. No, it was Angry Man. And I think that he made this video like November, where he was showing women, young mothers at that, dropping their babies off at the fire department. And it got so hectic and overcrowded that the little slot got filled, I think. And they would get all these fucking black babies in these little tubes because these bitches didn't want to take care of them. How many black men can grab their child, their infant, and stuff it off a goddamn tube and do this? That's not my goddamn problem. And you don't have that shit. You don't have that shit.
Understand the risk that they're talking about, but I don't think our response to this negative environment that we live in is to say, okay.
Cause see what these bitches are, they want black men to be taxed for any association with a child, whether it's his or not. And black bitches are also trying to find ways to tax non-select guys. It's coming in the future. Some way or some form. Black women want non-select guys who don't get no ass or anything to be taxed for kids that ain't even theirs.
I'm just going to do it. I'm going to prepare to do it all by myself when community building is right there. And that's something that I have overly talked about.
What community building? What the fuck you talking about? Charlotte's a fucking wreck, despite how cute it looks. This majority of people homeless are black males. Y'all have literally a fuck retarded metro system that literally cuts through Johnson C. Smith. I've literally seen this small metro cart try to squeeze into a one-way while there were 2 fire trucks racing to get to downtown and nearly collided. That's how stupid your community building is. And that was in the middle of the fucking hood. I wish I recorded that video. What community building? The fuck you talking about? What the fuck you talking about?
Because this was a video that I did on Patreon to a tier that already knew I was pregnant, I ended up having to edit out a lot of my personal comments to post that video on my second YouTube channel because I wasn't publicly discussing my pregnancy yet. And some people watched that video thinking that I was saying don't plan to be a single mother. Single mother to me does not equate to doing this all by yourself.
And this is your so I'm kind of wondering, like, does the dumb nigga that got her pregnant, like, we're literally in, and I've only skipped through here, and it's boring shit, to where, you know, she's just basically talking about herself and how the pregnancy felt, blah blah blah, and then she's talking about, you know, feeling wanted, blah blah, feeling wanted, blah blah blah. Why it's y'all, none of y'all niggas' business why I got pregnant. But there ain't no mention of the dude or anything. There ain't no mention of the dude. And you bitches get so hypersensitive when we talk about Ray Ray and Pookie and who y'all really fucking. We ain't fucking with things. We ain't fucking. No. Y'all get so butthurt when we talk about the dudes that you really fuck with on the low. Not even really. Yeah. Y'all really work a fucking nerve. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold it to you. Y'all bitches really do work a nerve, because it's no way you can be this stupid. There's no way. Cause now I'm curious. What is your relationship with your baby daddy?
I'm not married. I do have a father of my child. We have a very healthy.
I have a father of my. That don't even sound grammarly correct. I have the way she said that. That shit sounds so crazy. You can't. I thought black men were kings, right? I thought black men were these, you know, warriors. These bitches, according to these bitches, they don't even respect you, man. And this is why I'm so fucking tired of black women being able to talk this stupid shit in public forums, and not even just public forums, in in scholarly areas, platforms, and literally think they have a good idea.
relationship. We have a very healthy co-parenting relationship.
It's so healthy. It's so co-cohesion. There's so much cohesion. It works so perfectly. It's so great that they can't live together. They can't get married. They can't do anything. It has both of their choices, I guess. What sense does this make? What sense does this make? You got what the fuck? What happened? Like I know you know what it was. She just called a random nigga and was like, "Hey, I got a task for you that's gonna blow your sock." And I'm pretty sure this dude already has kids. That's probably why there probably wasn't even that much hesitation into it. And I already know how this probably gonna how this led. It was probably like, hey, it was like, hey, you know, I'm lonely. Not like that. Not like that. I don't need a man in my house. I do not need a man in my house. What it is that I want a baby. Yes, you can hit it. Yes, you can go raw. I'll let you go raw. But that's the conversation. It's like these women have zero faith in us.
Father is a beautiful, joyful experience. I love it. I have a community that has showed up and showed out.
Basically, her community is a bunch of raggedy single mothers who are giving her this little Looney Tune space for her to sound stupid. Because you can't take this anywhere else. She can't even take this to other races of women because they will look at her like she's the stupidest one. This is bullshit that is only in our fucking community, supposedly. Oh my god, this is bullshit. They are not proud to be with you. They do not want to be your husband. They don't want to be your husband. They barely want you to be fathers in their child's lives, truth be told. What is this? How the fuck you want to raise a kid 5 to 20 miles away and you have to get visitation and to see the child as if you on child support. And of course she's going to put that nigga on child support. This is the dumbest shit, man. And you know what's gonna happen? A bigger YouTuber is gonna see my video and he's gonna make a commentary to this, and then she's gonna delete this video. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. She's gonna delete this video soon. Once dudes in the Black Manosphere see this shit, it's on.
Also loved in my life. And because I've been so focused on community building, when I found out I was pregnant, I remember telling
how can you community build as a woman? When you live in a community to where majority of the fucking people homeless are black men. What the fuck you talking about? Really? Community building? I've been to Charlotte multiple times. I don't see bitches like you out there in the bare cold. The fuck you talking about? You talking about you community build. I ain't talking about this bullshit book club or this bullshit feminist circles you doing. The fuck you talking about? Be right back, man. Ooh. That's some tacos. Hot. Ooh, too much hot.
That I was like, I think I need to get out more while I'm in my early stages of pregnancy and start meeting other mothers in Charlotte. And she was like, well, if you've been focused on community in the way that you and I have talked.
That's community? What about the fathers? What about the elders, the black men? You know, the guys who are going to be asked to mentor and do all this shit. Because once this kid gets out of, especially if this is a boy, I don't know the gender of the child, but if this is a boy that she's having, you are going to actually need to have that father in his life more fucking often, other than this visitation bullshit.
show up on the other end. You don't have to worry about going out and pursuing meeting new moms. People will show up for you. And the way relationships that I have had, even just in passing, like people that I'm like acquaintances with, people from like when I lived in Houston and when I lived in various cities, and just being a person who was always focused on showing up as a certain kind of community member, and to have these people show up in such a caring, loving way. Community building takes labor. And what I was trying to say in that video is that some people
Tell me what a liberal arts, aka girl, middle-aged woman, is putting in fucking labor. What the fuck you were doing during the were you an essential worker during COVID? No, the fuck you was not. You was at home making videos, hoping that somebody like me would donate, who is actually an essential worker. Cut this bullshit that you're in some type of labor, putting in structure and work, when reality is nothing's being done. All you are talking about is a bunch of single moms high-fiving each other up on how much they can ignore, dismiss, and not need a black man, when in fact they still do.
Shrewd is do the work of building community, because there's no way.
How you building a community with no black man? I am yet to hear you say black man. Black men, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. You need to do X, Y, and Z. Black women, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. And together, X, Y, and Z will equal to this, and it will generate to this. Like, there's all you are saying is just community, community, community. And then when you describe the community, all you are talking about is a bunch of single mothers.
A healthy environment as an individual. Child rearing is not meant to be an individual pursuit. There's no way to keep yourself healthy holistically and keep that child.
But she'll be a single. But she chose to be a single mother with a dude off in Yonkers or wherever the fuck he is, and she's still expecting him to come back and produce XYZ on her behalf.
And to do it 100% on your own. I think a lot of the times, beyond the failure of
because she's too good to collect a check. That's what it is. She's too good to collect a check. So what she's doing is that she's trying to live off of donations and her popularity on YouTube and have you guys pay for her little lifestyle. All while she pretends that she's interested in the dude she's entertaining. This is mad fuckery right here, man.
If you are partnered with a man, and that
partnered up with a man. That sounds so degrading. Like, you must be one of those pregnant women who just so happen to be partnered with a man. How disgusting.
But the idea that like your family not showing up for you, I think oftentimes is rooted in us believing that our family is obligated to showing up for us, and that's not investing in.
Somebody must have told her she was an idiot. It really hit her. It probably been her own goddamn mother, or father if he's in her life. Shit, I know her uncles, and every nigga who's a man in her family is like, you stupid broad. Like, we put you in the best schools. You got a platform. Like, how are you not meeting? You're in Charlotte. How are you not meeting capable black men?
We're in the work. Every relationship that I have in my life that has shown up in such a beautiful, positive way, whether it's the father's family, whether it's my own family, whether it's my homegirls, and my
the father's family.
I had homeboys get on flights from LA to come to my baby shower. And
the platinum jean, skinny jean wearing nigga, probably. It's goofy. I wish a bride would call me and talk about, you need to show up to my baby shower. You were halfway. I wouldn't even show up if you was next door. Bitch, please.
My niggas really showed up and showed out. And I love that. I love my homies for real.
You're regardless as a nigga. You are regarded as a
I wanted
nigga.
to celebrate the community around me. I wanted to do it in in a very high-end luxury way, and I'm so happy we did it like that.
A luxury way, because you niggas need to pay for that shit. You got. I wish a bitch would, man. I wish a bitch would.
It was a good time, but all those relationships took work on my part. I had to show up. I had to think it through.
Oh, is it just me, or is like when she says work, it's almost like hearing a white woman planning some bullshit. It's like, what you don't, what suburban mom? You're not even a suburban mom at that. You know, this goofiness. I had to put in work. I had to think. Oh my God. You, a pretty little light-skinned woman, has to think. Ooh, that's, oh my God. I'm so scared of the possibilities. Don't hurt yourself.
I had to put labor into my actions to build these relationships. It wasn't just the assumption.
Labor. I had to put labor into my, bitch, please. You were fucking niggas, and you were choosing which one in your head would be the best fit to be your baby daddy. And then you would friend zone the other niggas, but you wouldn't friend zone them too hard because you want to give them that little piece of hope that, hey, one day, old homeboy, he's going to fuck up one day. He's going to fuck up. And then you're going to swoop in and you're going to be the stepdaddy and you're going to take care of me. Bitch, like, y'all's playbook has been ran through. And I'm like, y'all are still have that one edition 1. And I'm like, at least make newer versions of this shit. Because this is played out. I don't even entertain this type of shit. And I already see what kind of bullshit game she pulling.
Because I'm having your grandchild, that relationship is automatically going to be good. I wanted to make sure that the foundation was built first, and we were both doing the work.
And the foundation and the work, she's so close. She false claims always somehow equals no marriage, because that's the hardest thing to do. Because black women cannot see you, black men, being tied down to your black ass, to your poor leadership and all that bullshit. I can't be tied down to this broke ass bus driver. but you can have the baby though. That's the shit that kills me with black women logic, boy. Is that they hate being tied down to you as a black man because it creates this. Because it forces a reliance and a need for you to show up. And the thing is, you probably already showed up and showed out many times before. But the stupid thing about the black woman and the black bitch is that the black woman is use a jet as a metaphor. Some jets have two control sticks. You know, even though you are the pilot and she's the co-pilot, and all she has to do is really just lightly grip the stick, and the motions you are giving will reflect the same with equal value the motion that it's giving in the back or that's receiving in the back. The black woman can't even hold the stick while you're making the motions. You know where her hands are? It's in that ejector seat. It ain't even know. Her hands have never touched the stick, even though you are the ones moving it. Her hands is on the ejection seat handle, waiting and hoping you fuck up. And then when you land safely, she still has no fucking confidence that you can do it again.
To create that foundation so that it can be a beautiful, healthy relationship. I get that we're all reaching for ease and softness in our life.
And that's something that you black bitches do not deserve. You do not deserve ease. You do not deserve softness because you are against everything that men want. Why the fuck do you deserve softness and ease, my nigga? When you don't even believe in marriage. You don't even believe, and it's the belief that you don't, It's the symbolism in the marriage that they don't believe. Because they don't believe that they can be tied down to a dude for the rest of their fucking life. So what the fuck you talking about with this community shit? Labor and all this shit. Bitch, you haven't even broke a sweat. What the hell you talking about?
As outside gets more expensive and things feel like they're getting more difficult, but I promise you the work of building community is really, really worth it. And that was what I was trying to say. Not that being a single mother and how we define it about not being married is a bad thing. You know, I'm very pro build the relationship you want to build. Break out of the bounds of the heteronormative. So Mary pro that she can't see herself entertaining a black man, but when she was younger, she was willing to. I ain't even gonna go, bruh. You gotta see the video. You gotta see the video. But that's the stupid shit about it. She's a straight woman, and the thing is, she hates black men so much that she wishes she was gay. And the thing is, she's in Charlotte. Charlotte is just like Atlanta. It's basically North Carolina's version of Atlanta. Same shit. Charlotte's known for strip clubs, athletes, basketball team, all that shit. And this woman struggles to accept her straightness, her heterosexuality, because she does not want to be tied down to a black man. She would rather be with a woman, but the thing is, she know women ain't shit. So she don't even know where to go. She don't even know where to go. She's all over the goddamn place. Don't even know where to go. Trying to figure out what a community is, what a marriage is. This sham of a lifestyle. Societal standards that so many relationships end up in divorce, and rethink the way you consider. Okay, well, why don't you choose better? Or why don't you actually don't even choose? Why don't you be more easy to deal with? Because really, if you're already chosen, you're basically on easy mode. As much as you bitches claim to act like you ain't on easy mode already, all you gotta do is just write it out. You can't do that shit, can you? Bounty of diverse relationships in your life. I have continually said that. And that also has crossed over into my opinion of how to plan for parenthood. I am very excited to raise my child in community. My mama gets here tomorrow. Okay? Raise my child in community. You know, it's probably a boy. Because if it was a girl, she would have been more giddy. But it's kind of like the fact that she's non-gendering this child makes me want to say this is a son. And I think she wants to raise this boy, supposedly if it's a boy, to be this kind of non-gendered, you know, carefree black boy who is surrounded by women, and hopefully in her mind that the women influences in the child will reflect a so-called positive, pro-feminist black boy who is easygoing, takes black women full-heartedly, and then somehow use the same talking points to, you know, belittle other pro-masculine black boys and hopefully to be an influence. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Left yesterday. My friends are rolling in at the end of this month. We have so many trips and engagements planned. I'm going on a walk with my homegirl and her son this weekend. Like, trips. This is all they want to do. And this is why I'm tired of black women. I'm tired of their trips mentality. That's all you fucking do. You guys run from reality. You guys are the laziest bitches. You guys are the most weirdest bitches. Non-compliant bitches. You guys are just terrible, man. You guys are just terrible.
taking all these goddamn trips for what? What you need to take trips for? You just got here. You just announced a goddamn baby. What the fuck you need to take a trip for? Oh, I gotta take a trip. I gotta spend $2,000 to go to go to blah 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 blah. And I'm gonna walk with my homegirl from her house to the corner store, and we're just gonna drink mimosas, and I'm gonna go over here and meet with my homeboy, and we're gonna just talk, and I'm gonna pretend that I'm interested, and I'm gonna go over here to see another dude, and we're gonna introduce our children, and I'm gonna try to hope that we can fucking, man, this is the goofiest, stupidest shit, man.
My community, and I love being able to
My
foster
community.
these relationships and experience this brand new era of my life in community with people that I deeply love and respect, and that is reciprocated. There's so much reciprocity built into
And this is an insecurity, and this is why she's not moving a lot, and she's pretty much like with her body, it's very still, but it's like it's moved in like a very kind of limited amount of space, and I can tell that there's a lot of people who think she's a fucking idiot. And she's given the people that are entertaining her flawed idea so much love and grace to where she's literally kissing their asses. So there's people out there that think she's an idiot.
And I'm excited for my child to experience this community of love and joy as he grows. So.
I was right. It's a boy. It's a boy. It took that long to tell me it was a fucking boy, right? Because I'm like, you are surrounding this male child, with so many female influences, and I'm like, where the men at? How the fuck is he gonna function? You ain't teaching him nothing, so fuck your labor. You're not gonna teach him how about electronics, engineering, STEM, all that shit, all manual labor, doing this, putting this here, putting that here, building this. Like, you really are going to raise another fucking statistic and try to change the statistic to your image by saying, oh, I'm just going to put a feminist spin on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing that most boys raise amongst women, but this time I'm going to put feminist influences on it as if it's going to change anything.